the man from down under with a little thunder, WWE and Pro Wrestling Hall of Famer Bushwhacker Luke. I hear something else comes from down under too. The Wrestling with Figs podcast with my mates Chris and James. You gotta tune into this great podcast because Chris and James will give you all the inside info. Whoa! Yay!
Welcome. It is Tuesday night. Where else would you rather be than sitting here with us and talking figures? I'm your host of the Wrestling with Figs podcast, Chris Maddock, and joining us from Sydney, Australia.
Well, it's actually not Sydney, Australia. It's beautiful Paul Macquarie. My name is James Thomas, your other host, and I look forward to bringing you, what are we now? Episode 18.
Episode 18. We're on the road to WrestleMania. It's the road to WrestleMania, and maybe you talk later, the road to WrestleMania 39 as a group.
Yes. What are we up to? What's this year? 38, is it?
38. So, yeah.
38. Wow. Gosh,
I've already planted the seed with my wife because it's just around my 40th birthday next year.
Ooh.
So WrestleMania 40th birthday could be a perfect time to cash in the chips and go away. But the problem is being in Perth, our borders might not be open by then.
Yeah.
I'm still stuck here. We got no food here either. Do you know about this? Do you know about our food shortage here?
It's all over, mate. It's everywhere.
So
shortage.
The rail link between WA and the eastern states goes through South Australia. There's been huge flooding and the rail link got sort of broken. The chain of rail got broken. And so we've got no food coming in from like all the eastern states factories. So you go to Woolworths or Coles and the shelves are empty. It's like worse than when COVID we were having lockdowns.
Yeah, it's crazy times. Crazy times.
Friend of the show, Jacob Bennett, runs the Wrestling Store Australia. Does a great job, Jacob. So well done, Jacob. Fantastic site and good work with your importing of figures for the community. He sent me my Hulk Hogan Elite 91, 17th of January. It was on the train that got stuck in South Australia. So it's still there, and I haven't got it yet. It's not his fault. He's done nothing.
Is that where he's located? South Australia?
He's in Queensland. So he has given me nothing but fantastic service, but and I don't hold any grudge because it's just the way it is. But anyone who's shipped to WA between the 17th of Jan and about the 31st of Jan has nothing received. My mate Jeff at Go Figure, I bought the 3 Royal Rumble Elites from him last week. 3 days. They were here in 3 days.
Wow.
I sent Brad Perryman a package for winning the Women's Rumble, and it was about 3 or 4 days, normal standard post. But that bloody Hulk Hogan Elite, which I've been looking forward to for so long, could be anywhere. Could be on the moon.
What about your other bundle? Did that arrive?
We could talk about the packages I'm waiting on for my whole life here. I have a massive box of figures coming from the US. So the ringside box, yet to be seen. So that was one that I had shipped on the 17th of December. It still says waiting to be processed.
That's
so
annoying.
Where could that be? Ringside have been useless. So they said, we're not helping. It's your problem. Let's bring it up with FedEx. FedEx blamed Australia Post. They said that's handled by your local post carrier, not by us. And we just get it from America to Australia. So when they get it, they'll ship it. So that could also be on the same train. Who knows?
Oh, right.
I ordered a massive box of figures, including about 8 figures for people in Australia who couldn't get them shipped here. So I had them shipped to my US address and on forwarded to me at huge expense. Like I've paid about $180 for this shipping to get here. And that box, which I paid for 3 to 5 day shipping, guess where it scanned in today at?
Where?
Japan.
Oh, okay. Well, it's close.
It's close, yeah. So it's left America about 2 weeks ago, got stuck in American customs for a week, and now it's in Japan. It said transfer station, so you'd hope from there it goes to Perth or to Sydney, and then it's only another week to get to here. But tell you what, shout out to the guys in our group, Lucas Manita, Steve Campbell, Anthony Newen, have been very, very patient with their items that were shipped with my items. So well done, boys. Thank you for
Good on you,
cracking
fellas.
us out.
Well, mate, what about a week of sport? It's only Tuesday here in Australia, and what a week of sport it's been so far. We had the Super Bowl, great game, I thought. Congratulations to the LA Rams. I thought they were done and dusted once OBJ did his knee. Did you watch it at all, Super Bowl?
I was at work, mate. Monday morning in Perth.
That was a good game. The halftime entertainment, I'm not a big rap fan, but the halftime entertainment was definitely by far the best I've seen. It was so entertaining. Really, really good.
Snoop Dogg. Who doesn't love Snoop Dogg? He's the most.
He's the coolest 50-year-old on the planet. He's awesome.
If you ever want to watch a great show that will just make you love him even more, watch the old MTV show Snoop Dogg's Fatherhood. He did a show when his kids were probably in primary school age about him being their dad, and it only ran for about 2 or 3 seasons. But geez, it's a good laugh.
He was pretty strict.
Yeah.
Very
and
strict.
he coaches football. He coaches at-risk teens and does their football coaching. And apparently his program is like world or American renowned.
Yeah, it's awesome.
So,
that's awesome. And the big trade, finally, Ben Simmons has found a new home over there. It's the New York. What is it?
Brooklyn.
No, Brooklyn Nets. Gosh, I hope. Look, I've been a bit of a critic. I think the way he's behaved is a bit poor, but I also think Philadelphia 76ers have behaved a little bit badly as well. It's just been a shit sandwich of a situation. So I hope going over there and being influenced by our good friend Patty Mills, he comes good. I think it'll be a great comeback story.
Isn't that interesting that he's now Australia's most loved player is playing alongside Australia's most polarizing player? But he couldn't be next to anyone better. Patty Mills is a perfect fit for him.
Yeah.
It'll show him what it's all about and the professionalism that's needed. I don't think Simmons had an issue with professionalism. I think Simmons had an issue with being treated like crap and feeling like he wasn't part of his team. So he got hung out to dry after the playoffs, and no one made him want to come back. Like the team could have taken ownership and said, you know what, we stuffed up, come back. We were too hard on you. Yes, you missed some shots, whatever. But instead, for about 3 months, they sort of went in circles. Oh, he's not coming back. He's coming back. Oh, he's going to get traded. And Joel Embiid, he is not a great dude either. So him and Harden together is going to be very interesting.
I look at it from both angles. I just think if you're your team's best player and you're not taking shots, let alone making them, he wouldn't take them. He'd just keep assisting. Yeah. Then what are you doing?
How about Josh Giddey today?
Huh?
Did you see Josh Giddey today?
No, I know. I heard he's had another cracker.
Another triple-double, 3 now.
He's doing so well. Such an unassuming bloke. Yeah,
really good.
And what about the other Joe Ingles knee injury? Got traded to Portland. Yeah. Very, very sad.
It's a bit hard to trade. That's so different to Australian sports where if somebody gets injured, they usually keep them on the list for another year just to try and get them right. Whereas in America, they get rid of them as quick as they can. So
yeah, they're just a commodity.
The best thing about sport at the moment, though, is we're starting to get back to a bit of normality in the world.
Yeah.
Starting to see it.
Yeah, definitely. Well, how about we get into the show, mate? Let's kick it off with community news.
News.
We have a little bit to get through here with community news, Chris. So let's fly so we can stick to that 60-minute threshold of a show, hey?
Sounds good to me.
As always, first up, we want to shout out to our good friends over at Go Figure Collectibles and major sponsor of the show. Use code FDU5 to receive your 5% discount, not only just on wrestling figures, but store-wide. They have a huge variety of pop culture, collectibles, you name it, they've got it. So check them out at gofigurecollectibles.com.au. Next up, Figs Down Under community. If you're not a member of this group, join us. Come and join the community. Great bunch of guys and girls supporting one another, supporting our nostalgic addictions, and it's a pretty cool group. And answer the what is it, 3 or 4 questions, and that's all you need to do. Be a part of a group.
Group is growing. I think just shy of 800 members, which is fantastic. Nice. When you're getting close to that 1,000-member goal we set for last Christmas.
Nice. A little bit outside the threshold of goal, but that's okay. We'll get there.
Well, the fact that we've slowly opened to the world, we're a bit like COVID in our own group. We were trying to keep everyone locked in, and now we're opening up to the world. So, but we haven't really publicised that we're open to the world because we just don't want to attract any old dickhead. We want the best dickheads for our group. So, we'll hopefully
we just want down under dickheads. That's it.
Yeah. Oh, that sounded a bit rude, mate.
No offense. I know you've given this bloke a shout out before, but I've just kind of started looking at his Instagram page, and he's really such a talented guy. Local news I've got here, Sam Evans Art. I've sent you over a couple of pictures. I'm just showing a few here. This is a cracking captured moment of Ultimate Warrior versus Hulk Hogan at WrestleMania 6, the old Mercy. The Mercy, they call that Mercy, where you grip hands and you
call it Mercy. Yeah, we'd call it Mercy at school.
Yeah, Mercy. Great painting there. But he's been doing, I think I saw somewhere he's doing an NFT, and here's another image here, which is a Royal Rumble. I would buy that. I would hands down buy that straight away if it didn't have, if you look to the left of the image, it's got a few modern day wrestlers like The Rock, CM Punk.
Yeah, Triple H,
Stone Cold, Brock Lesnar. They've all got to go. That's. But other than that image is amazing. But the NFT, he did a what do you call it? A Series 3 Macho Man Hasbro-esque figure, mint on card, which looked really, really good. So keep an eye out for him. That's Sam Evans Art. Find him on Instagram. Has his own website and all that sort of great stuff. So support
he's on
local.
Facebook as well. You know what I like about Sam Evans Art? He is from Perth. He's a local.
Oh, is he? You know what I find? Even with the members from our group, there's a lot of collectors in Melbourne and Perth.
Yeah.
There's not that many of us in New South Wales, Queensland.
That's because they're all into rugby. Into your rugby. Yeah,
might be. But Perth and Melbourne seem to be the mecca for collecting.
I think Melbourne, like as much as it hurts me to say this, I think Melbourne is the mecca of wrestlers. Like when you look at the MCG for Super Showdown, I know a lot of people would have flown in for that. If you can sell out a 100,000-seater stadium for a wrestling show, you're doing pretty well.
Yeah, they've done very well. And they had the I went down there far out. When was it? 2 years ago now? 3 years ago for the Boomers versus USA. That was awesome.
Was that the one we won?
I went to the one they lost.
Oh.
They had 2 games. I went to the one they lost, and then they won the next one. But anyway, it was a great experience nonetheless.
Nice one.
Figure news. Mattel have had some amazing announcements over the weekend. So we've got to get to a bit to go through here, Chris. So I guess I'll run through the series. We'll have a quick chat about the photos that we're going to share, and then go from there, hey? Sounds like a plan. All right, first up, I've got the ringside exclusive NWO Wolfpack Hollywood Hulk Hogan. Great figure. Not for me, but it's a great figure. Thoughts?
See, I love this. I absolutely love this figure, but the reason I'm not going to buy it is because I already have the NWO Hogan Ultimate.
Oh, yeah.
They've already done NWO Hogan. So this one, I'll just bring up the picture again. This one has the different camo black pants, and it has a different red, the red top instead of the black and white. I just don't need it. Like, I don't need another Hogan Hollywood. This is the sort of figure, though, that I would buy to keep for maybe 2 years' time as trade bait.
Yeah.
Because it will go up in value. But, Hogan's made a comeback in the figure world, hasn't he? A few years ago, we couldn't get anything, and now every second release has got a Hogan in it.
Yeah, absolutely. Next up, we've got the Elite Series 94, which consists of Bulldog, Bret Hart, Stephanie McMahon, and I don't know who this wrestler is. Great Black Taku? Never heard of him.
Okay.
Can you elaborate on that one, mate?
Look, I'm a bit out of the loop with who that is.